Hello, everybody. It's Soaring No Flying, or Soaring for short. Welcome to my corner of the internet where I talk about whatever, wherever, whenever I want to. And my most recent videos have been just about random stuff, and I think I'll continue on the train of dating, though. Now, I want to start off before we get into the main topic of I actually watched this video today about why should you take dating advice from random people you listen to on the internet. Now let me be clear. I'm not a dating coach. I'm not the most attractive guy in the world. Shout out to the guy who said I had no face card and I need to hit the gym. So, we'll be there. We'll be there. I'm just a guy talking on the internet, and if you listen to me, you listen to me, and if you don't, you don't. But maybe you can learn something, and at least if one person can learn something, that's the goal at the end of the day. So, the topic of today is dating etiquette and dating on Hinge. This might overlap a bit with my recent dating videos, but I really want to go over just like the type of etiquette and like the kind of like the cat and mouse and vaguely what kind of goes on and how it goes. So, when you're on a dating app, the goal is to talk to someone. Maybe if you're on Tinder, chances are it's a bot. If you're on Bumble, less chances it's a bot. And if you're on Hinge, probably never a bot. Or I've never encountered a bot to my knowledge. You can usually tell there's a ton on Tinder. And as y'all know from the previous video, I talked about Hinge as like my most used form of dating. And we'll stick with that, but I think this does apply to a lot of the other dating apps. Hinge is a bit different though because you can leave a compliment or a comment on their profile for free. Only difference is sending a rose and how that kind of deepens the fold. I got my journal in front of me to kind of remind me what I'm talking about. Hope y'all like the new setup. So, dating etiquette. When you see a profile, as a heterosexual straight white guy, cis male, right? When you see a profile, I scroll through, right? I'm not that shallow. No, dating apps you got to be shallow for, right? A bit shallow, more than you'd like to admit. You're scrolling through, and then you see like kind of a promiscuous photo of a sort. Maybe it's like top down. They leave it just like, oh, okay, awesome, and or it's just like a casual bikini photo that they post on there to say something about themselves. Maybe they leave like a little like comment underneath it themselves. You can comment on that. Little conversation starter. But at the same time, like I like what I like, right? But I don't want to come off as like a horn dog or like objectifying, right? Because then it's you're revealing the trap card too early. But at the same time, like what else are you on here for? Like you have to, well, not like that, but as just shallow as like you're on here to find someone attractive and date them. And like if they post that promiscuous photo, I want to be with the person who has the promiscuous photo. They're attractive. So then it becomes a song and dance because usually is the initiator, right? If you're liking them, this goes both ways for guys and girls. Like if the guy posts like a thirst trap or, like of a better term, just like a promiscuous photo of himself, or something a bit slutty or something tight around the biceps. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, ladies, and the bicep. You know what I mean? You might want to slide in on that. And I feel like as a guy sliding on a girl, I don't just want to reveal the hand early. I don't want to come out as a horn dog. And so you have to. And usually what I do is I try and pick like a photo or like a response or like a prompt that like I can do something funny to, because you can't really do anything funny to like the bikini photo unless they're doing something funny in the bikini, like, I don't know, partying in the bikini. Be like, hey, let me join, or like, where'd your clothes go? I don't know. I don't know. I don't have anything in front of me. I'm more creative when the thing's in front of me. I can't think of anything on the spot. Sue me. So I looked for like the niche thing, something weird, something that other people don't see because I'm not like other guys. Maybe they'll say something like, I can I can bench press 3 gerbils. You're like, no, you can't. I've never seen anyone do that. How could you ever do that? And like, that's my response to like the gerbil question. And then maybe they respond back, and usually that's where you'll find like the energy of like, if they have like a crazy prompt, usually it's for someone that's like on the app for fun, not for like long term. If someone's on the app to like date long term, they'll normally have like more serious and more like, I want to find someone to like settle down with, and start a family, and what's your credit score, how much money do you make a year, which isn't, depends on who you get, right? The credit score thing, I put that on the app. That's one of my photos, my credit score. I was like, hey, looking for a life partner, here's my credit score, I'm responsible with money. That usually works out pretty well. You attract people you want to attract. Another thing with etiquette is that, not really etiquette, but like on dating app, when you're on it, you don't have to like people. People can just like you. And then it's interesting to see like their etiquette and which photos they'll swipe onto the most. Especially if you like don't have like a slutty little photo for like a guy. That's all like casual fun stuff for like a video you took of like a waterfall. Not a fish. Not a fish. No fish. No fish here. Anti-fish, actually. Anti-fish. It's interesting to see how people like go about the etiquette of like tiptoeing around, or some people, I mean, sometimes you just gotta match the energy you feel, the vibe check. If you feel like they're all in, you just send like, dang, you're hot, I want to be with you. Which actually, we'll go with, I wish I had my Hinge app still. I wish I did delete it. This will take me to a story about a girl I actually met, not met, but a girl I talked to on Hinge. She was way out of my league. And I swiped and I used the rose. So here we go. I'm coming off looking like the one in need, the desperate one. I hit her with like, you're really attractive. Oh my god, this photo is amazing, something like that. And she's like, OMG, thank you. And we text for like 5 minutes, and then you get ghosted. And you don't want to give up. You don't want to give up. This is me just being vulnerable. You don't want to give up. So you wait a day, maybe send like one text, do it another day. She doesn't text back. Some people really do just don't go on there. Like it takes them like a day or two to respond back, and I'll give them that. I'll usually give them that like day or two to like text or something. So I just realized how nothing was playing for the longest time. I've been playing music this whole time. It's a shame. Sorry about that. Maybe I'll add something in post. And so I give her a day or two, and it's just nothing. So I'm thinking in my head like, hey, like I really want this to work. So I type out on my notes app what to write, and maybe I still have it, my notes app. I don't have it. No, I don't have it. No. I don't have it. But it basically, I waited 1 or 2 days for her to respond. She did not respond. She obviously, was not interested, or, whatever. But here we go. After 2 days, I write up this text being like, hey, I know you haven't responded, but like I sent the rose for a reason. I find you really attractive. I'm looking to be in a relationship, and I like you, and I'd like to talk to you more and get to know you, and maybe we can go on a date. And about like an hour later, she sends a text saying, I like that. And I was like, okay, good, I'm glad we're on the same page. And I think I double texted her like 2 hours later because she did not respond. And then she just never responded to me for like 3 days. I was like, no, that's so tough. This was like 2 weeks ago, by the way. This was 2 weeks ago. It's the 21st of recording. July 21st. It was July 21st, and she hits me with that. And she not responding for like 3 days. So I was like, awesome, awesome. I really wanted to find something there, and I did not find anything there. So you just gotta get a feel, and if you like really want to, talk to them, you kind of just have to lay it all out there, and just be super transparent, regardless of etiquette. It's like, hey, I find you really attractive. We can talk more. Maybe we can go on a date. Just that's like the rough draft, right? Whatever their vibe is. It's really just one big vibe check. Because when you're scrolling through all these profiles, there's all these different vibes. They all might seem good, but you really never know which one will be like the one, right? Duh. You know what I mean? Duh. With such wise words of wisdom. And just the etiquette, you just have to match the vibe, and it depends on if they're looking for long-term or life partner, short-term, or just on the app for fun. And I'll even scroll through Reddit and see like how people go about like this etiquette stuff, and just being like, hey, I'm on here and I want to like bang, I want to fuck. I'm sorry, I mean, I don't have the audacity. Like, that's not me as a person. Maybe if I was more attractive, conventionally attractive, I might pull the card maybe like 1.2 times more often, but I'm not even like in the hookup. I've tried hookup culture. I know back when I looked a bit better. Personally, I think I looked a bit better when I was 21, 22. And then like the stress of everything, but whatever. 21, 22, I was like thinner then as well. I think I looked a bit better. And I did like my date around and stuff, and I have tons of stories to share from that. I can't wait to share those stories. It's just like, the etiquette is so much different, especially also age plays a big factor. Like, I'm 24. You gotta be on the same like mental level as well. That's like a big part, is the mental and how they're gonna shape out. I'm over here because my mic's right here. And just the mental part of it and how it'll go down. Because someone who is younger might be up for more fun and spontaneous things, and someone who's older might not be. They want like a more proper, sophisticated, planned out, thought out reactions of just like, hey, you're really attractive, you want to go on a date. Just something straightforward like that. Or maybe they're older, but their profile gives off like a fun, free spirit vibe, you know what I mean? The etiquette's just crazy. You don't want to lay out your hand too early. You don't know when to lay out your hand. And probably the other person on the other side of the screen's probably thinking the same thing you are, if you can catch the vibe check correctly, which I think like 6 out of 10 times for me I am. Sometimes I just completely whiff, and I'm like, okay, they were completely different than what they let on this profile, because they might look like fun, but when they talk they might be dry, not as fun. It's like, okay, they're just like they're more fun in person, they're more talkative in person, and sometimes that is the case. But strictly through texting, it's hard to convey like how to go about things, and like there's tone indicators now, like /J/S, which I still don't know what those mean. That's that /joking and /serious or /satire. I don't know. Just be careful on how you do things online, because people may not perceive it like you, and you don't want to over-explain yourself because you may seem like a weirdo, and you don't want to leave too much room for thought. You don't want to keep it too vague, because then they don't know what to think, and that might turn them off. So just be careful who you text. Just watch out. That's all I can say. I wanted to record a video just to say I could record a video, and also I had some things to say, and this might overlap with another video I have already made, or I will do, because you might have to repeat things to get people to really understand. But again, I'm not a dating coach, just a guy on the internet who talks to a camera. This is my little corner to give you some advice, and if I can help just one person, that'd be cool. Leave a comment down below, and I'll see you all next time.